Hello, Cedric Cassandra here, CR Wrestling Commentary, New Japan Pro Wrestling, G1 Climax 31, Day 18. Time flies when you're having fun, everybody. So, this opens up Chase Owens versus Yoshihashi, and it was a very competitive match. I got to be honest with you, Chase Owens outperformed Yoshihashi in this match. Just outperformed him outright. Clean, crisp, smooth. Yoshihashi. Yeah. You know, and Chase Owens. Oh, excuse me, damn, I didn't even get a chance to try to mute it. But Chase Owens, I'm gonna tell you, he is an underestimated, underrated, and ignored worker.
Yep.
This guy, Chase Owens, was able to force Yoshihashi to do different things. It was forced. Yoshihashi went for a pump handle, and it seemed like it might have been karma.
Yeah, it was just trying to get a receipt for Chase attempting the package power driver about 3 minutes earlier.
And Chase blocked it. Yoshihashi had to change it up, and he turned it into a pump handle net breaker
on the knee,
which looked really decent. Not good, but decent. And if Yoshihashi could work with that, really work with that, he could turn that into a good mid-match move. He could even turn that into a finisher if he wanted. If he could find a way to high angle that thing, you know, and do it safely. Yoshihashi could make that a devastating maneuver. All right.
So with us knowing what Chase is capable of, the length and the outcome of this match is BS. It's bullshit.
It is. But hold up, another thing that Chase forced him to do, Yoshihashi tried that craptacular top rope hung and then drop kick. Chase fought that off and then forced it to be lower level. And so Chase then, going on Kevin Kelly, tries the slingshot shoulder block, but that got thwarted with a nice kick to the head, which looked good, forcing Yoshihashi to do something different. Yoshihashi comes off the ropes and do the drop kick to the back to the middle rope hung, but still doing something different. In addition to that, he forced Yoshihashi to wrestle slightly out of his norm.
Yeah.
Just slightly. He got something different out of Yoshihashi. And when we go into this match, my thoughts were, and I said, this might be a good match. And it is a good match.
It was okay.
It's a good match. The reason I say a good match means there's no flaws, there's no flubs, there's no BS per se. We'll get to it. And it's just a good, clean wrestling match to an end. No hiccups, nothing like that. And if there are hiccups, they're so covered up that you can't just see through it. You know? When you can see through something, yeah. But Chase Owens, you know, he had a nice bicycle knee strike that he calls Z trigger, which I really wish C trigger, which I really wish he wouldn't have. I really do. You know, I mean, you could just call it a knee strike. You know, I'm just saying. You know, knees by Chase. I don't know, but I wouldn't have modeled it after Omega.
He was the ruler at the time, so they were all yay for a while. But I guess he figured I'm not going to rename my shit because he went to go be Fancy Boy somewhere else. So there you go.
If I was Chase, I would have named it something epically different, but just vastly. But still, and then you get to the end of the match where, you know, it's a clothesline, throw him off the ropes. Chase tries to rebound clothesline, but get lariated himself. And then just Yoshihashi gets karma and then the win. Any other time in the G1, Yoshihashi fights tooth and nail to get karma, can't do it, won't do it, and nothing. But with Chase, it was like, yeah, I just got it. And
yep, no problem. Somebody turn the wrap it up box on.
Yeah, like
either one of y'all gonna win. Just finish up.
Yeah, like somebody said, y'all played long enough because you watch this match. Yeah, it's a good, nice match, but you can tell they were just wrestling. If you watch it, they're just wrestling. That's it. They're just wrestling. They're not really working up to a finish. They're just wrestling. They're just having fun. That's what they were doing. Somebody was like, look, y'all just got to stop this and end it. And they're like, all right, we'll do it this way. And then that's it. They were having fun.
Look, I figured out what Yoshihashi's problem is.
Oh, shit, I got to hear this.
He's not meant to be a singles competitor.
Some people just like that.
He's not supposed to be a singles competitor. His matches are not exciting. You don't look forward to him. When he's in there, he's got some good moves. He's stuck in Young Liondom. He needs to be the tag team partner that goes in there and gets the ever-loving shit without him so bad that you wish for somebody to save him. And then he makes the tag.
He needs to be Ricky Morton.
That's who Yoshihashi is.
Yoshihashi's the one that can play that role, but he can also play the role of the finisher. You know, he gets the shit kicked out of him, then someone else can take up the mantle, you know, for another like 8 minutes or so while he recovers, tag him in at a critical point, go in and clean house, get the finisher, get karma, and that's it.
But if he's going to get the finisher, he needs a different finisher because it take him too long to set that shit up.
Not this night.
Yeah, because they fed it to him on a platter. But
yep, you know, this night, karma was put on so quick it could have been a body slam. It was just snapped on.
But that is what it is. And I bet you somebody has said to him, "You should probably be a tag team wrestler." He's like, "No, I want to be the champion."
It's like, but you will never be that. Ishii, if Ishii isn't going to be it, you can't be it. And New Japan is running into a problem. And you know what that problem is? Just like WWE, just like at one point WCW, before they went out, just like the NWA is right now, just like AEW has run into right now, you have no one else that you would rather have that main title on. It's going to be cycled through the same people until they age out, and then the new people, none are going to be worthy because you never cared to build them up properly. Right now, the only other one they can build up, Tama Tonga.
Great Okan. He's well on his way.
Yeah, we see that. New Japan don't.
Yeah, they do.
I don't think so.
Baby, listen to this.
Great Okan had a stellar performance in this G1.
Uh-huh.
He looked amazing.
Uh-huh.
He damn near looked unbeatable.
Uh-huh.
He showed he could do any and everything.
Uh-huh.
And that's why New Japan don't give a shit.
Okay, but let's line him up against Yoshihashi.
Well, I mean, look, you
can
can line me up against Yoshihashi.
But did you hear what Great Okan's win record for singles and tag team for the year? He's like 63-7.
Yeah, he barely lost.
And they put him in the G1. This is like his second year professional, right?
Yes, he skyrocketed.
Yeah, he is getting a Jay White style push.
Yes, because they got nobody. Jay White done went to strong. Yeah. He's not up here.
I get that, but if it wasn't for COVID, he wouldn't be there.
And you're right about that.
He'd be here. And
yeah, somewhere in the States doing something.
No, he'd be here.
You think so?
Yes.
You think
the same person that was booking before is booking now.
So you think that if not for COVID, he would just be here as some kind of opening mid-card guy that gets nothing?
Jay White?
No, not Jay White. I was talking about Great Okan. So you think Jay White would be here if not for the booker? So Jay White said he didn't want to be in the... No, he wanted to be in the G1.
But he's having green card issues.
Yes.
Okay, so that means that
they needed somebody else.
He would have been here. But Great Okan, normally when folks, and we've seen it classically, when people come back from excursion, they suck.
Yes.
Okay, Master Wato, he's still opening card bullshit, right?
Yep. He looked better though.
He looked better.
He got leaner. He got in shape.
But he's still opening card bullshit. Now, I don't know if that's because he's a lightweight. That could have something to do with it.
It do.
But Great Okan is a heel. He's in a heel faction. He's got his shit polished, and he's a heavyweight. He's got a bigger push than And see, and then I can't even say that about Master Wado, because then, like, when Hiromu came back from excursion,
he lost,
and then he started winning, and now
he blew up after Naito got a hold of him. Yeah.
So
same with Evil, not Bushi. Bushi got messed up, and
Bushi been around for a while though.
Poor Bushi though. Poor Bushi. But he's wrestling, providing for him and his family. So good job, right?
Yes. Great-O-Khan has presented himself in a way that is impossible to ignore. Yoshihashi is easy to ignore. And unfortunately, Ishii...
Damn.
What?
No, because see, you make me harken back to when I was... My other channel, everyone, I got up to 6,000 viewers. And each of my videos were getting 10,000, sometimes 40,000 or 60,000 views. And... New Japan and some rat fuck killed that channel. And even though I ain't been around for about 2 or 3 years, it still got 5,000 people on it. I just can't get to it. I just can't get to the channel. I can't use it. People, I would put all the events up there talking about stuff and stuff. And then when I would talk about Yoshihashi for anything, it would always garner a W from the Japanese viewers that I had. And I had quite a bit. And I'm like, why they would put W Yoshihashi? And I was like, is it my spelling? Am I messing up?
No, it's him.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that because, they wouldn't explain themselves. And I would ask them in Japanese, what's funny about Yoshihashi? And then one of them, and see, I overlooked this because I was just feeling so self-conscious. But he goes, it's Yoshihashi, W. And at that time, I'm just like, I love wrestling. I see the potential. I see how great he can be. And they're thinking about what he is. And I was looking at what he can be, and they're looking at what he is. Mm-hmm. And they're like, this dude is a joke. Yoshihashi, LOL. W would mean, laughing or whatnot.
Think about all the different matches that Great-O-Khan was in. He showed you something different every match. So much so that although we were away from New Japan for almost a year, I'm like, you can put him in a match in front of me anytime, I'm going to watch it. Because it's going to be fire.
Plus, you like Oka.
But he's different. He's not Oka.
No, he's far from Oka.
He's not Oka.
But he's far from Oka in moveset, but not far from Oka in intensity.
Yeah.
He kept the intensity, changed the moves. Where Yoshihashi kept the screaming, but no intensity.
And, this is as good as it's going to get for Yoshihashi. It really is. Because
People don't like change. He won't change.
He won't do anything. He'll scream louder. He'll change his swirly haircut. He'll go from a bright yellow collar on a coat to a bright yellow collar on a hoodie, but he won't change the substance.
You got to change the substance to get better substance.
If Chase Owens hadn't been in this, we've been on to the next match by now.
Yeah, I would have. I'd be like, let's skip to the end and see who won.
He needs to be in a tag team with somebody who. He needs to be the one. He needs to be the Trent, the Beretta, the Ricky Morton is what he needs to be.
Yeah, the Scott Steiner. As much as Scott Steiner was a finisher, he was also going to get his ass whooped. That one on the tag team that gets his ass destroyed. But he's in that, and I got the strangest feeling. Goto does not like being in a tag team with him. Because that tag team was used to train Yoshihashi, and Goto was resorted down to teacher for someone who should have already known.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't have to train a professional. I understand that in wrestling, in anything you do, you should always be learning. But they're trying to retrain somebody that is already fully trained and developed. And they haven't changed anything. Had a couple of great matches, and then that was it. And yes, we have not seen this in a year. But even though we haven't seen it in a year, we haven't seen anything different out of Yoshihashi. We haven't seen anything different out of anyone, really. But we can tell a difference in Goto when it's like you're expected to lose opposed to you're gonna lose, but it doesn't mean anything anyway.
Goto need to go to a whole nother company.
Yes, Goto needs to leave.
He goes to a whole nother company.
Goto in a U.S. wrestling company, Goto could go to, if I was in charge, a wrestling company of my making, never speak a word, get pushed to the moon, and be beloved by everyone without ever speaking a word.
He could probably go to some of the other big ones, New Japan, All Japan, Noah, and do well.
And they're probably playing They're paying Goto out the ass to keep him. And some people are just loyal. And in Japan, if you just, I left this company, why? Because they didn't give me a title. The other company's gonna be like, well, fuck you. Because if that's all it is, then you're not important.
Yeah, but it's more than that. Because he's had titles. He's won G1s, but he's done. He's over 40 and he's done.
It'd be like, I want to go somewhere where I can, hold up, I can be somebody. I can be important.
Exactly.
Even if I'm not a champion, I'm seen as a threat.
What was the show we'll watch? What show is the KG on? Is it Pro Wrestling Noah or All Japan?
I can't remember. I think
whichever
it's no,
one it
Noah.
was.
I think it's Noah.
They gave him the fucking belt. Bad knees, old as fuck.
But Keiji Muto is exceedingly respected. He's probably financially backing that place, if not being a booker for that place. I don't know. I could look it up, but I don't feel like it. But when you have that level, like
they disrespect age, and that's fucked up for
any company.
That's fucked up, especially thinking about is Japan, and they usually honor their elderly far more than we, and these motherfuckers ain't old. They're middle aged. They just hit middle age. They're 40.
They just hit the end peak of their prime, and now they probably got another 5 or 6 years before they drop off. You can actually see that step go away. Another 5 or 6 years.
Maybe. Hell, if you like Minoru, you just change your steps. Then you don't notice you done fell off.
Yeah, change how you do stuff. I'm just saying. So look, we gonna move on. We done spend a lot of time, so that means next matches we're gonna do a little shorter. But hey, let's roll. Next match here is Tama Tonga versus Goto Hiroki, and I ain't gonna lie, going into the match, I'm like, look, Goto done lost so much. Why does he even try? And we had a conversation about not being in the G1. And I'm just like, if you score, 6 points or less, just don't go to the G1 next year.
And I said that it depends on how many times you've been. For example, Tama hadn't been in the G1 for 3 years, then he came back. It's almost like starting over. You knew he was going to be at the bottom. I knew that. Yeah. Goto has been there every year since we started watching New Japan and performed about the same. So I would like, So I'm like, after, let's just say first year is your first G1. For example, using Great Okan. Tonga Loa. Perfect. Tonga Loa. Your first G1. If you don't get over 6, okay, it's cool.
If you only get 2 or 4, that's fine.
I mean,
it's
this is your first, the rigorous wrestling schedule. You're wrestling a lot of folks that you probably haven't wrestled before. Nerves, all that shit come into play.
You can throw out a whole lot of that. Yeah.
Not
throw out as in disregard, but throw out as in that's acceptable.
Yeah. Second year, you get invited back. Maybe you do 6. Okay. By the third year, if you don't do more than 6, I can see not being invited back. And it should be, and my familiarity with it prior to us starting to watch New Japan, I guess 3-4 years ago, is very limited. But if it's a tournament and the winner of the tournament gets to go to the big dance at Wrestle Kingdom and wrestle for the championship, it seems like getting an invite to G1 should be something that everyone is aspiring to throughout the rest of the year. If it was set up that way, I think the whole year would be far more competitive.
But that would be as if you only defended that title once a year.
True, but no, I mean that aside, the champion and his beefs and whatever they're gonna do for him to wrestle, yeah. But to wrestle for the shot, it doesn't matter who's got the championship when you get
you're
there.
wrestling. It's a guarantee.
Yeah, you're wrestling for the shot.
But think about this: you are wrestling multiple days for an average of 15 minutes each day. And you're doing this and then going to a finals between another block. All right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going through all of this and you win. It's, how can I say this? It's like, buttering somebody up for a title run. A title run that they're guaranteed to not have.
I see what you're saying.
So, if you're going to do that, wouldn't you want people in the G1 that should get high points?
Exactly.
Everybody should almost have the same amount of points. Everyone should be within 4 to 6 points of the top person.
And if it's done like that, and people are wrestling, throughout the year to get to the G1, to be invited to the G1, then you're not going to have people in there like Yujiro or
you're not going to have them.
They're not going to be there.
They shouldn't be there. The only ones that should be in the G1 are those that you would not mind handing that main title off to. And if they're in there and they're people you will never give that title to, they shouldn't be in there. It is a waste of talent. It is a waste of honor. It devalues the G1. Now I can understand during, the health crisis that
you feeling your spot feeling.
Yeah, you put your young lions in or something. I get that. You got to have spots you fill. So that's understandable. But what they could have done is said, look, we don't have that many competitors because of travel things and stuff like that. So we've only got 8. That reduces you back to the old school G1 number. And that was either single elimination. Okay? That was about, it was, not even, but it was single elimination. 1 bracket. But this is round robin. So that's going to be 7 matches. That's 7 days. You can spread that out. Every 4 days there's a match. You can spread it out. Not only do we practice social distance, but we distance our events to help, prevent COVID spread. There's a lot that could be done, that could have done, and I thought they might have done it. And I held myself back from saying anything that time ago. But what's sensical is something that business doesn't do. And you got to keep in mind, New Japan Pro Wrestling is a business.
It's a business.
All right? It ain't about the love of professional wrestling. It's about the love of what makes more money and makes us look good in the public eye. And this doesn't make you look good when people can say, oh, this person's in it. They're going to get 4 points. That don't look good. This person's in it. They're going to get all the points. This person's in it. I know how many points. Look, everyone who got the points, I done called it out in the beginning. I told you Goto wasn't going to get over 8 points.
Mm-hmm.
Tonga Loa's in it. I said he's not going to get any points. But he got 2. No, he got 4 points.
He got 4 points, yeah.
1 because of an injury. And then the other because, sometimes you just got to win.
No, I thought he got 6 because it was Naito.
Naito.
He beat Zack.
Saber.
And he beat somebody else.
Okay, 6.
He beat Yujiro, didn't he?
Everybody should beat Yujiro.
Okay. So he got 6 and Tonga got 6.
Okay. Don't put them in if they don't stand a chance. Don't put them in if you don't want that belt on them. Don't put them in if the public hates them. If the public hate them, go home heat, we don't want to see you. We don't, boo, we hate you. We want to see you get your ass whooped. That's the heat you want them to have. We want you to get your ass whooped. Don't even here's our ultimate ass kicking babyface against this mega heel, but they don't want to see the ass kicking. They just want that heel to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you don't want. That's what Tai Chi had. All right.
And that's what he was working on.
Yes. So this right here, this match here, it was good. It was a good match. Tama Tonga and Goto. It was good. And they went through their stuff, but Tama Tonga, the way his style is, when he's feeling his oats, which he was after that win over Okada, he pulled out some stuff from Goto. Mm-hmm. This was an exciting match. Mm-hmm. They both was countering each other, evading each other, misdirecting.
Tama made Goto work for it.
Yes. You know, Tama came in looking like it is on. And Goto came in looking like, well, time to get taken to the woodshed. And this was a good match. I was like, Goto is exciting. And I like that they threw out homage to their partner in Ring of Honor, you know. So they call that move, that butterfly power driver by Tama Tonga, they called it the J Driller. Not the original name of the move, I assume, but hey, that's who's using it, popularizing it.
Making it his own.
Yep.
Because when he get it, it's over.
So I like that. Show some respect. I like it. But at the end, with the complicated scissor double lace arm roll up through with the legs, Goto got the pin.
Tama could not kick out. There was just no way.
When he rolled him over, I said, he ain't getting up. You can see it. You can't kick out of that move.
He was trying.
He was struggling. He won't kicking out of that.
He got outmaneuvered. And
Tama,
that's good.
Yeah.
You know, you don't always have to drop somebody on their dome or land your body on them 3 times to get the win. Sometimes I think wins are even sweeter when you outmaneuver your opponent. You outthink them.
When you out wrestle, and like Cedric said, just out expertise him at that moment, beautiful. Because then you're like, oh, and then that inspires a rematch.
Yeah, that'll galvanize a rivalry. Like, oh, you got me last time, I ain't gonna let you get me this time.
Yeah, you got me with that move. Okay, I wasn't expecting that.
But I'm be ready for you next time. I'm gonna have something for your ass. And you're like, bring it. It's like, all right, beef.
Yep.
Get the side of cow on the grill.
There you go. You know, I want to use the other one, but I can't because they're not into that. The tree.
Oh yeah, they don't know about tree.
No, they don't know about the tree. I will tell you about the tree. All right, this is a long time ago. Me and our buddy, and we were just talking trash to each other. And this is when Cedric was like, you know, I would take y'all and throw y'all out in the yard. Mm-hmm. And and I used to talk about this tree that was outside of my mom's house. It's still there, I think. And that was, you know, that tree was always by the window and stuff. I could tell how hard the wind was blowing. I could tell the moon and the moon phases through that tree. I could tell how the weather was going to be. It was always amazing. I used that tree very well. And so he would be like, you know, go on out, throw it outside. I'm by the tree. And then it turned into a, you know what, if you're ready to fight, you by the tree.
You by the tree.
I'm by the tree.
You know how they say, let's take it outside. Yeah, you by the tree, you waiting.
We're going to take this outside. I'm by the tree. Come on. You know. And no, it was funny for us because it's just
we're goofy.
Yeah, we're just goof nuts at times. So yeah, you know, I could see another match between these two. I can see another match. Like, we ain't done. Tama Tonga's like, I gotta get this back. I gotta get my win back. Mm-hmm. And let's say he beats Tama Tonga again, going to a bigger event. You know, hey, I can see it be like, look, we gonna wrestle for this. And they do. Tama Tonga gets his win. It's like, finally, but then someone can say, he's got 2 wins over you. And then Tama's like, I gotta tie it up. And they go for that. Tama do. You get the 5th match. That could be in December. And it's an epic goddamn match. It might be, if Goto or Tama Tonga gets the never open weight title, it could be for that. And would look awesome. You know? Just spitballing stuff out here, you know? It kind of writes itself. Mm-hmm. But you know, this right here, I like this match and I'm happy for it. You know, I thought it'd be shorter than this time, but it didn't. You know, almost 12 minutes for this little segment. But this is a good match. I suggest you all watch it if you can find it. Don't sleep on this match. You know, Tama Tonga even looked great in defeat. Goto looks like, yeah, it is what it is. He looked like he lost the match.
Yeah, because he won the battle, but the war is over.
Yeah, he won the battle.
And you can look at him and tell, you know, They were just getting started. They could have gone for another 20 minutes.
You can tell by his body language and everything. Goto's a long distance wrestler. And that's a great thing to have. New Japan sleeping on that. Any case, let's roll. Okay, coming with you with another match. Taichi versus Tanahashi Hiroshi. And Superhero has arrived. What in the world? We did not expect this because I was like, I kind of want to skip this match. She was like, yeah. I want to get rid of this match. And I'm like, I just had this odd feeling. I said, give it a few minutes. I was thinking 2 minutes. We'll give it 2 minutes and then we'll just skip and see who wins. And here's my thing. When it comes to wrestling, you got to give it roughly 2 minutes, okay? Bare minimum 30 seconds. But 2 minutes is a good judge. All right, when it comes to work ethic style matches. Work ethic style matches, the match is going to go an average of 8 to 10 minutes. 2 minutes is good. But when it comes to more placement matches, that's more, NWA old school style. The match is going to be 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes. So you get about 30 or 40 seconds. And you can, that's about how that go. This match was great.
This match started off way different. They run the bell, they circled each other. Within about a minute, Taichi was out his clothes.
And we're like, whoa, what's happening? He came out of them soon last time. He came out of them sooner this time. Soon he's going to come to ring without him. And it's going to be on.
Because then he got to tear off his tights and it's going to be bad.
Then he came out his tights?
We'll need to see that.
So, wow. Okay. No, I didn't take notes. Didn't have to. This match here. All right. Now, I got to throw it out there. This is a tale. This is a Tanahashi tale.
Yep.
He goes heel. When he knows he's going to lose, he goes heel. And you can see on his face, I am in here with a young lion and I have no respect. You could see it on his face the whole time. Tanahashi looked like a fucking heel.
Taichi had ribs and Tanahashi was hungry.
Ribs!
And the only way to get to those ribs is to beat him off Taichi's. That's what he tried to do.
Ribs!
He can't grill him unless he beat him off the target. He hit them. He hit them ribs with every attack he could muster.
Ribs!
His classic gut punches, stomps, the Texas clover leaf.
Ribs!
Cheap little rabbit punches while he was in the tree of woe.
Ribs!
He fucked them ribs. Not to mention the 2 high fly flows. He fucked them ribs up.
Ribs!
Man, we get it. Crazy.
I'm just saying, ribs. He ate them ribs and he put them in that tree of woe. He was taking them cheap little gut shots, and the look on his face was like, fucker deserve what he get. You can see it.
Watching the ref and punching him.
Yes. Now, okay. I'm going to keep it real because you can see through it for those that have been watching closely. He was punching him on the side that's not hurt.
He was, but here's the thing.
When he drop kicked him, it was on the side that's hurt.
And when he's punching, hey, it's not like you can separate the side from the hurt from the side that's not hurt.
Yeah, we're liquid.
And so when he punched him, it just sent a reverberation of pain to the other side.
He messed up Naito with them gut shots, and them gut shots don't look bad.
They're quick, and he can do it in such a way where it's just forceful enough to be past wrestling, but not anything else.
You go back and watch if you can find it. And he hurt Naito. If you watch those punches, he had his knuckle extended.
He gut shot at Naito. Naito was like, ah, and then he crumpled. It was like, oh shit, that was the mother load.
Yep. And Tanahashi he looked a slight bit worried, but then was like, well, we gotta work. Yeah, you hurting, son. Get up.
Yeah. And
he was like that with Taichi laid there like, oh my goodness. Now Taichi, oh my goodness. How superhero Taichi showed up. Superhero Taichi. Tanahashi became the face. The crowd want that behind him. Taichi, he's trying to work. He's trying to lift him. Can't lift him. He's working through the pain. He is doing everything that he can.
He's hollering like somebody's killing him.
Yes, he is selling. And I gotta admit, it's so good. I wonder if he was selling.
I don't think he was selling.
It might have been just pain.
I think he was in pain.
And Mio Abe, she's out there beating on the mat, supporting her man, being a strong supportive second. The crowd is behind her. The crowd is clapping for Tai Chi. Tai Chi stands up and points, and he got his hands up and he's hollering. The crowd is like, yes! And they coming alive with Tai Chi. Tai Chi catches the frog splash from the standing position. He's hurting the crowd. Like, oh no! You can hear the crowd's all concerned. And then he rolls out the way and the crowd kind of comes up a little bit. Tai Chi lands a super kick. Everyone comes up. He's happy. The commentators, they come up. They're like, oh my God, he can't follow up. They wanted him to follow up. They want him to win. The crowd's behind Tai Chi. The crowd is not with Tanahashi. Tai Chi does everything he can. He gets the ghetto stretch on, and then Tanahashi was trying to kick out. Tai Chi reaches back, and instead of comforting his ribs, he pushed Tanahashi's back up. So he can't use his legs to kick out. He gets the 1, 2, 3, and the crowd comes up. The commentators are happy. Son of a bitch, he did it. They're all happy about it. I'm happy. Tai Chi got me behind him. I want to support Tai Chi because we need better competitors in wrestling. And those that can come up need to show up. And he's done that. Now he's got to prove it. And I think tonight he has proven it. I think he did damn great on this night 18. I think he showed up. This is the Tai Chi people have been wanting to see. I mean, Doucheface lost a bit of the douche in this one. You know, you can't get rid of the Doucheface completely, but you got behind him. You couldn't help it. He pulled you right into it. This was how you make a face. Now, he's going to be a heel. That's just him. But
yeah, he ain't going to leave Suzuki-gun.
But man, if Tai Chi wanted to, he could ride this into being a good baby face for a while, because this was great.
He can do it until Suzuki come back.
Well,
you gotta get his shit about him.
Yeah, once that come back. So I like this.
He's still a douche face, but he did good.
I'm happy for him. I hope y'all, if y'all saw this match, I want to know what y'all thought about it. If you saw this match, I want to know what y'all thought about it. This was a great match, and it deserved to be where it is on the card. We got Sonata versus Evil coming up, so let's roll. All right, next match, we've got Evil versus Sonata. And no, I don't have much to say about this match. It was
not a try.
It's more of a kind of a garbage match. Yeah, Sonata lost this match.
And he tried. He tried to thwart all the damn cheats that he could. But you know, when you by yourself and you got a dumbass referee, that's just the best you can do.
Here's something I noticed about Sonata. I've noticed this about him for a long time. But tonight solidified it for me. Sonata is a rare type of wrestler. Very rare. And you need to appreciate it while you can, because you ain't going to see this from too many other people. Not necessarily. Especially the way that you can do it. Sonata is a cerebral counter wrestler. I mean, it's like, how many times can we wrestle before basically I just know what you're going to do? And something about that is Evil and Naito, when they're talking about, yeah, we know what each other's going to do, yada, yada, yada. But they didn't expose that. This match was a lot of countering, a lot of jockeying for position, one trying to upstage the other. There was a lot in this match that does make it exciting.
Yeah.
But the problem is, sometimes you can't put dick in everything. You know? You can't. You know, crotches made for dick. Matches not. That's about how it is.
And see what Sato just said about,
and it's Sonata, not Sonata.
Yeah,
Sonata.
About Sonata being a very cerebral counter wrestler. Yeah, he showed that exceedingly well in his matches against Zack Sabre Jr. Because it took about 4 different tries before he was able to beat Zack, and you could tell that he was thinking the entire time, trying to counter all the twists and turns that Zack tried to put on his joints. So yeah, that is another avenue, another layer to Sonata's charm. Yeah, what are you gonna say? Oh, that's also why him and Tama Tonga wrestling each other is always so good. It doesn't happen nearly enough. But they're both fantastic counter wrestlers. and they're both quick. So it makes their matches very enjoyable for the reason that Cedric just brought up.
This match was good to show Sonata has got their number. The referee took a beating in this match.
He didn't take beating enough.
No, he didn't. But when it was the three in the ring, okay, Evil, Togo, Sonata, and Evil threw that chair at Sonata because the ref was recovering. Sonata looked and threw it to Togo, and the referee called him, and Sonata was like, you know what? Take it. Drop kick, knock you down. Evil got the chair and threw it into Sonata's head, and, STO, 1, 2, 3. That's how the match ended. Mm-hmm. Out of all the cool that you saw, the only part in this match I didn't like, it was a spot where they did the misdirection, running at each other. Then Sonata just ran to the ropes, side flip over it, swan dive, drop kick. Evil saying they're like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? How do I get away? I like how he showed the urgency. It throws the fans off. But the truth is, once he flipped over and you saw him leaping, run to the other side of the ring. Roll back away, or run at him and close the gap. You had too many options. You won't getting up from a stun. You didn't get toe kicked and stunned. You didn't, throw into ropes and turn around like I got him, turn around, and now he's leaping into the air. No. You had all day.
Yeah.
You had all day. Someone you as a kid, y'all throwing dirt bombs at each other, which is dirt that breaks up upon impact. No rocks involved, hopefully. And what you gonna do? Your friend got the big dirt bomb, and they're gonna lob it at you. Are you going to run further away, run behind the car, run into the house, some shelter? You're not gonna close the gap. That's a dirt bomb. So Evil had options and took none. It looked bad to me. It looked bad. But yeah, this match could have been a little better, I admit. But we're finna get to the main event. Don't look like there's much time left, to be honest. Now they're about to have a 20-minute match.
Yeah, it's 40 minutes left.
218 out of 258.
It's 40 minutes left.
No, they can have a 30-minute match.
They could.
And that would, in a 30-minute match, Jeff Cobb would go over. Well, we're about to find out, ain't we?
Yep.
And I think day 19, the last day happened today. I'm not sure.
No, it's 21st.
It's the 21st?
Yeah.
All right. Yosh. Let's roll, y'all. Let's roll. All right, final match, Jeff Cobb versus Okada Kazuchika. And
we watched the whole thing.
Yeah, we watched this whole match only because going into this, I can't check the G1 standings on Wiki or anything because they've got the results from this in there and it's included. So I can't check it. So going into this, I'm thinking, okay, Cobb hasn't lost a match. That's what I was thinking. And Okada has lost a match. So Okada can only lose or go to a time limit draw under those thoughts. So that means if he tied, then that means they have to have a tiebreaker. That's what I was thinking. And I'm thinking, like, I don't recall Cobb ever losing a match. But I think he did. Okay, so they're tied, and you want your G1 to be special. And like I said earlier, you want the belt on someone you want to have represent the company. So who wins block? A, Ibushi. Who wins B? Well, Okada again. So it's Ibushi versus Okada. And the only reason that we'll cover that match is because it's part of the G1.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, it's like who's going to wrestle against Takagi? Who's going to go against him? And Takagi, honestly, they're going to have Okada go against him. Okada is one of the safest wrestlers that they have. He is exceedingly safe in all of his moves and everything he does. He is safe. I'm going to give him that, and I appreciate that, and that is something that should never be overlooked. Okay, Okada is a very safe wrestler. He doesn't risk injury. He doesn't risk injuring anyone else. He doesn't. If you listen to this crowd, they wanted Cobb to win.
Okada's like a car seat. You'll get there safe, but you won't have a good time.
Yeah. This match was counter for counter, back and forth, inside, outside, doing the same thing. But I knew who was going to win within the first 4 minutes. 4 minutes of this, 22-minute match? 25 or so?
Yeah, if you go by the commentators, they were just, sucking out of Okada's butt.
I was like, Okada will never... These are my words. I said, Okada will never have to wipe his ass with these two talking about him. That's just straight up. I give credit where credit is due about Okada. I like his moves. I like that he's safe. I like that he's fluid in the ring. I do. But he shouldn't be a mountaintop, and he shouldn't have been able to beat Jeff Cobb by any means.
None whatsoever. He's got zero personality to me.
That is another of Okada's problems. No personality. Cobb wowed the crowd with the tombstone, and then pick him up. The crowd's like, what? And then jumping tombstone.
The jumping, twisting tombstone.
And popped the crowd. Popped them. Okada ain't popped the crowd in ages. They give him a cursory clap at the end when he does his speeches, but other than that, the crowd's silent on his drop kicks. The commentator's eating his ass out. It's a fucking drop kick. If it ain't like Kurt Hennings, if it ain't like Paul Roma, shut the fuck up.
Hell, if it ain't like Jeff Cobb has got a beautiful
drop
kick.
Cobb,
he gets completely horizontal in the air and he pushes off of them with force. He pushes them away. It's not some light tap to the chest and they go flying into the rafters. No, he is actually forced to move you away. I can't stand that soft shoe drop kick shit. What's the point of coming off your fucking feet?
Best drop kicks I've seen have come from, and I'm going to add to the list, but they've come from Jeff Cobb, Paul Roma, Kurt Hennig. Other people know him as Mr. Perfect, but Kurt Hennig and Rhett Titus.
Yeah, he's got a good one. The hydraulic drop kick's nice.
Now it's just a drop kick. They stopped it being a finisher.
What's his finisher now?
I don't know. It's something else. We've seen it, but yeah, they stopped that. And I'll be honest with you, I'm going to tell you what I don't like about Okada. No, it's not even Okada. It's New Japan. They buried the tombstone pile driver. If a tombstone is nothing, if a jumping, twisting one is nothing, then why fucking do it? A tombstone pile driver should be no different than a damn body slam. It should be no different than a goddamn wrist lock. It shouldn't be like that. It should stand out. It should be a game over, done, finito. It should be over. All right? Schnee. That's it. But they buried it. It's been buried by Okada for ages.
Yeah.
And the indie wrestlers are like, look, in Japan, Okada just does it for a setup for other moves. So what do you think they're going to do? King of Sports is like the king of burying, the king of forcing somebody into the main event. Okada shouldn't even be there. This is the shit Tama Tonga was talking about. It's boring. It's the same shit every year. Same shit. And they gave that match to Tama Tonga because if you're going to lose to anyone, shouldn't it be him? And then this is the tiebreaker, and Okada wins. If I knew it was the tiebreaker, I wouldn't have watched this match. I'm being honest with you. If I knew that they were neck and neck in points, because I thought Okada lost one, but Cobb had not. But if I thought it was a tiebreaker match, I would have skipped to the fucking end. I wouldn't have wasted goddamn 15 counters to the forearm knockdown or every single counter that you could possibly think of towards every variation, even those just sprung on us tonight with the Tour of the Islands. Cobb was pulling that shit out of every angle possible, and Okada's like, I'm going to counter all of it. I'm going to counter what I've never seen before. Fuck that shit. That's bullshit. How the fuck you going to counter what you've never come across? Just saying. You know, no one has ever counted the okie doke in life. The okie doke is the okie doke for a reason.
That's true.
For a reason. You can't counter it. You don't see it coming. It's just done. You got to deal with it. Any case, look, I'm out. What about you, Cedric?
I'm done.
It's been Cedric and Cedric for CR Wrestling Commentary for New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax 31, Day 18. Y'all stay safe. Glove up, mask up, wash up, keep each other safe and all that stuff. With that said, good night, everyone. See you next time.